Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, the Tanya Takeover, where I'm your girl Tanya. Today we're going to be talking about how to become a better version of yourself. In this day and age where we are going through a difficult year, trying to find ourselves, no matter what age you are, no matter, where you are in life, I feel like you kind of get lost in the crossroads. You are trying to figure it out, you're being influenced here and there, you're seeing other people, you're not where you want to be, and you start becoming something you don't quite recognize. Today we're going to be talking all about it. On my channel we talk about beauty, fashion, finance, the trifecta. You can't have one without the other. So if that's something that you might be interested in, consider hitting that like and subscribe button down below, and let's get started. I thought of this topic on how to be a better version of yourself because I see it all the time. People think that, through life, everything's going to have set steps, how it's supposed to be. You're going to be married at 30, finish college, get your career together, have kids. And it doesn't always work like that. And I feel like once you realize that life doesn't work like that, you start falling off, you start changing, you start realizing that you're not quite the person that you could be because you start feeling frustrated. Things aren't going your way, things aren't going according to plan, and you get a little bit lost. So don't worry guys, we're going to talk about it here today, and let's get started. In this day where so many things are happening in the world, and there's social media, there's TikTok, there's all these things to keep up on, you tend to get lost, okay? You tend to not realize that maybe you aren't being the best version of you. There are things that, you expected to happen at a certain age. There's, you expected to have this career, you expected to have this house, you expected to have kids and the white picket fence. And when things don't happen according to your plans, you tend to kind of lose yourself. Today we're going to be talking about how to be the best version of you to get everything that you want in life and to truly be happy. The first thing I would definitely say is to stop complaining. Yes, I understand. Guys, let me talk to you. I was the queen of complaining. Nothing went my way. Everything was against me. I would apply for a house and, people would put in bids that were above mine, and I'm like, damn, I wasn't supposed to get it. I wish I had this, I wish I had that. And even in my business, when I first started my business, I was so lost, guys. This isn't going according to plan. They won't let me do this. I can't get the approvals for this. Complaining. First of all, in order to change or to grow or do anything that's good for yourself, you have to stop. Look back, look at what you're doing, and stop complaining about it, okay? And just do the action. Do what's necessary to fix the problem. I would sit and stew, get depressed, okay? I would, pout and whine and, I'm giving up because this isn't working. And before you know it, I wasted so much time. So definitely, in order to become the best version of yourself, I would definitely say to stop that. Start working on how you react to a problem. Problems are going to come up in life, problems are going to come up in business, problems are going to come up in your home life. Nothing's perfect, unfortunately. And it's how we choose to react to those problems or how we are going to be shaped in life. When you realize that complaining is not going to solve the problem, it's just making you look like a victim, that's when the healing can begin, okay? That's when you're going to realize that, instead of taking the time out to complain about what went wrong, who did what, start going after how we can change this. How can we change this in the future? How can we make sure this never happens again and work towards that goal? When you sit and complain and play victim that, everything's woe is me, nothing good is going to happen for you. I feel like, honestly, most of the time when you sit in there and complain, it's showing a lack of gratitude. You're not grateful for where you are. You're not grateful for what you have. You're not grateful for what you've accomplished. You're sitting there complaining about what you don't have, what you haven't accomplished yet, what you want to change, and it's not going to change that way. Once we change inside, we're going to start becoming the better versions of ourselves, and you're going to start seeing the difference. The next thing I definitely see as becoming a better version of yourself is learn to forgive yourself. And this is a big one, okay? When I first started my business and, doing this whole adulting thing, I realized that I held myself at a disadvantage because I was so busy blaming myself for mistakes I made. I wish I would have did this differently. I wish I would have did this a certain way so that, maybe it would have been better. I wish I would have made different decisions. Once you learn to forget about all of that, okay? All of that, and start forgiving yourself and moving on. You're gonna become the best version of yourself. Mistakes are gonna happen, problems are gonna arise, and once you realize that the mistake has happened, it's done, you know, you got there, it's all right, we're gonna fix it, and have that mentality, you're gonna start seeing so many things start changing for you. That's when I really started seeing growth in my business. I was able to forgive myself for the mistakes that I had made. It's going to happen, okay? Nothing in life is perfect. Those mistakes you kind of turn into learning lessons, and stop holding it against yourself. Yes, it's going to happen. You use those as stepping stones to learn from and move on and move past it. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and learn from them. Yes, okay, I should have did this differently, but I know for next time, I won't do those same mistakes. I won't handle it that particular way. And learn to tell yourself that it's okay. You know, this mistake is done. We did it. It's past. We're going to move on. We're going to forgive ourselves and move on from there. And once you start forgiving yourself, you're going to realize things just start happening and falling into place. The next thing I would definitely say is to definitely choose your battles. Not everything has to be a war. Not everything has to be a fight. We got to learn when to choose your battles, when to fight, when to relax, you know, fall back, and just let things happen. Y'all, if I had a nickel for every time I had to choose a battle and realize, you know, this one, you know, I can't fight this war. I can't fight this battle just yet. You know, I'm gonna live to fight again. Especially having a minority-owned business. This happened for me a lot, okay? I was underestimated, you know, underaccounted for, looked over. They could not believe that they had to do business with me, okay? They didn't expect it. They didn't see this coming. You know, I had to be a manager, or, you know, where's your supervisor? Where's your boss? And if I had to fight every battle, you know, go through it and do all kinds of things to get through it, I would still be fighting. I would still be there. I would still be in that same spot, fighting to be seen, to be heard. And sometimes you don't have to go through all that. People expect a war. You know, they expect you to get angry at them. They expect you to go after them. But once you realize that sometimes these little battles that don't need to be fought right now is just a distraction from the bigger picture, you're gonna start realizing that things aren't always what it seems, okay? Things are often looked at as battles when it can just be easily ignored. You know, I'll move on, I'm gonna fight the next one. In business, in life, there are going to be lots of battles, okay? You cannot react to each and every one of them. You can't fight each and every war, okay? I had a friend who every time something would happen, she would just react and put her all into it, stress herself out. She can't eat, she's stressed out, she's fighting, she's battling. And I used to tell her all the time, choose your battles, okay? Yes, you know, this isn't quite perfect, this isn't the way you like it, but compromise and maybe move on from that and get over it, okay? A lot of times we sit there and we go to war for the wrong things. Remember, not everything needs to, you know, be so aggressive. Not everything needs to warrant your attention. A lot of times, especially in adulting, especially in business, you're going to have to ignore some things. I know. It's not easy, but you got to think about your long game. You cannot put the same energy into everything. You just don't have it in you. You're going to be tired, you're going to be overworked, you're going to be overstressed, and it's just not worth it. So make sure that you're choosing your battles wisely and not stressing yourself out. The next thing I would definitely say to do, and I say this a lot, is to definitely stop comparing. Stop comparing your journey to everybody else's journey. It's not going to be like that for you. I'm sorry. Yes, this person, you know, got all these subscribers really quick. Yes, this person made so much money in 2021. Yes, this person, you know, is successful, but you weren't there for their journey. You didn't know how hard they worked. You don't know what they went through to get where they are. So stop comparing yourself. There are so many times, and I do this often, guys, where I'll just go through like my social media and just start erasing things that make me feel bad about myself, make me feel like I'm not doing it right, make me feel like, you know, I'm in the wrong direction. There's so many times where I'll do that, and I do it for my own peace of mind. When you stop comparing yourself and your journey, you're gonna realize, you know, your journey is your own for a reason. You're not gonna grow like Becky Sue. You're not gonna have the same experiences, and your journey is not gonna be the same. And it's not supposed to, okay? If you have to work 10 times harder to get where this person was, work 10 times harder, okay? Prove to yourself that you can do it, and you're gonna be so much happier for it. I feel like when you compare yourself, it's actually limiting you. You're saying that, I'm not as good as this person, but you're really limiting yourself. Not only are you saying negative things and bringing that negative self-talk into existence, you're limiting your potential. You're limiting, what you could do, what you could achieve, because once you start comparing yourself and seeing that, I didn't make it as far, you're going to start slowing down. You're going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm putting in all this work. I haven't been there yet. I haven't gotten there yet. I should just give up. But when you start doing that, you're going to realize that you're quitting on yourself. So in order to be the best version of ourselves, a good thing to do is to stop comparing yourself in your journey. It's just not for you, okay? If it was your journey, it was going to be for you. Everybody's journey is different, and that's okay. Last thing I would definitely say is to acknowledge your struggles. You're not going to be good at everything. Everything's not going to be perfect, okay? And that is fine, especially in business and life. Things are going to happen. You're going to struggle with things, You're going to realize that some things just aren't meant for you. You can work as hard. You can take as many classes. Maybe the time you would have spent to learn a new skill or take a new class or do whatever, you could have used that energy to start doing what you love and succeeding in it instead of worrying about what you're struggling at. It's okay. It's okay to say, you know what? I'm not very good at marketing. I'm not very good at, editing. Whatever it may be, make sure you're acknowledging your struggles and then moving on from it. There's so many people that you can hire out. There's so many times where you can delegate. There's so many times where you can ask for help. But if you don't acknowledge your struggles, you're not going to make it anywhere. You're not going to realize exactly how much you're holding back from yourself. Once you acknowledge your struggles, you can see where you need help. You're going to see where you need to hire, where you need to delegate, where you need to assign this, where you need to, reach out to people. You're going to see. But the first thing is realizing, you know what, I'm not that great at this. I'm struggling with this. You're going to start realizing I can do better in this area and start moving from there. Acknowledging your struggles helps you start with a starting point so you know exactly where you need to move and how you need to pivot. Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe at the bottom, and let me know how are you becoming the best version of yourself in 2022, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.